Hi, my name is John Grant. I'm the Dean of Advising and Career Services at NWTC, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Empowering Families Through Education, which is a project in which NWTC has collaborated with the Marion House in Green Bay. The project is really about empowering young women, oftentimes from impoverished homes or backgrounds, who are either expecting to become better mothers, become more confident in taking their lives in a new direction, now having children, and also about getting them acclimated with post-secondary education. And through a leadership opportunity, a capstone experience project, we developed a program through which we would provide a nursing assistant course or an early childhood course to members of the Marion House. And within that, we provided workshops on things like career planning and financial aid, an individual academic advising evening. We talked about, we went out and did assessment testing for them on site, helped them understand what those assessments meant in terms of their academic preparedness and so forth. Got them registered, held an orientation on our campus, got them familiar with their instructors, and have kind of had an ongoing relationship then with them for the better part of probably 8 to 9 months.
Walking in the front door, it's just like any other house, you know, kitchen, dining room, living room. Then there's a long hallway with 6 or 7 bedrooms, which made it feel less like a house to me because they were kind of all in a row. But we met in the living room, like I said, all surrounded on 3 couches, babies on laps, playing on the floor. So it was just a different experience than I was used to because, you know, as mothers, they have a lot of other things to take into consideration besides just listening to my information about college and listening to my presentation. So it was a little bit of a struggle for everyone to kind of make sure that they were getting the information while also being a mother and parenting their children who were sitting there at the same time.
I guess my opinion of some of the challenges would be related to the fact that many of them have not had successful experiences with education in the first place. And so it's helping them establish some level of confidence that taking a college level course is within their realm and their ability. The other probably prevalent issue is that for many this is not really their priority at this time. They are going through a major life transition. They're very young. They're obviously living in an environment that's been created for them because they have no other means to support them. And so for many, education may seem to them to be sort of lower on the task of what's really important for them at this time. But I think what we've really tried to engage ourselves in is conversation about how they can prepare themselves for life after the Marion House, how they're going to support their families, support themselves, and how education can be the key for that.
Over the course of the semester, the girls that were able to come to every single one ended up earning 1 credit, which we rolled all of those competencies into a 1 credit course. And we did put together a little graduation ceremony because it was a huge deal that the semester was over and every Monday night they were going to have back to themselves. So that was kind of a big thing. And then the girls actually got to walk across the stage. And probably the most impressive piece, I think, as far as NWTC is concerned, is that we had so many of our executive leadership team that were available. And our speaker was Dr. Jeffrey Raffin, the president of NWTC. And it was incredibly moving for everybody that was involved that he actually took that time, prepared a speech, talked, shook every girl's hand, and it was just an incredible evening actually. They all had their babies there, their children were there, and they had us to clap for them. So we had an audience. It was something that they may never have ever felt before.
I think what I take away from it is that sometimes it's easy to have biases or preconceived notions about people because of situations they're in or struggles they may be dealing with. And when you get to know people on an individual level, you learn that they simply just aren't true for everyone. So it was an eye-opener for me from the standpoint that we have young women who have significant needs in our community. We have an opportunity to provide them a service that can change their lives and the lives of their children through that. And So that despite any challenges or issues we may have run into, tends to drive us through the process, I think, and again, it's just been really rewarding for me personally and professionally.
I think if you met those girls, you would know. I mean, you would just know by seeing them and seeing, you know, the struggles they've went through, and I'm sorry. All of the things that they've had to overcome is huge. And to see those success stories, and they inspire me. They may be 10 or 15 years younger than me, but they inspire me. So that's what keeps me going back.